I made a promise to myself. One day, whether that's 1 or 10 years from now, one day I'll stand on that stage and I'll be the best Pokemon player in the world. That was my childhood dream, and I've got a long way to go, so come along with me as we travel the road to worlds. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Waffle VGC, and this is Road to Worlds, the series where I build or borrow a team, head onto the ladder, try to get some battles in, try to learn some things, and maybe also some stuff along the way. This week, Regulation D has been released and I have been super excited for that, but unfortunately I am very sick right now, so I apologize if my voice is a little bit weird. We're still going to get these battles in because I've been excited, but I am quite sick, so just keep that in mind. So, the team we've got this week is Best Friend Forever the Enamorous, Weather Guy the Tornadus, Crouching Grandpa the Urshifu Rapid Strike, Murderfish the Basculegion, Ball Boy the Amoongus, and Small Moth the Frosmoth. So, when I was thinking about this team, I was trying to think, okay, what would go well with Murkrow? If I can get Tailwind and Rain up, what can just sweeps through? So I was building originally around Murkrow, but when I was doing some practice runs, I realized, well, Tornadus is actually a little bit better for this team because Tornadus still has that Prankster, still has all essentially the same moves I would have wanted to go for except for Haze, but we're not running Goldango, so I don't really need to have the Haze. And we get Bleak Wind Storm, which is supposed to be 100% accurate in rain. I'm actually not sure if they've fixed that. It was like that in the data mine before, but when I was doing some practice runs with this Enamorous, Springtide Storm actually did miss in rain. So I'm not sure if they fixed that. Either way, Bleakwood Storm is pretty fantastic. It's 30% chance to lower their speed by 1. It's base 100. It's essentially Hurricane that hits both sides and lowers speed. So that's amazing. So essentially, we want to get the Rain Dance up, we want to get the Tailwind up, and Taunt is there to stop Trick Room. Now, Trick Room is actually kind of an issue for this team if it is Mental Herb Cresselia Trick Room. If it is specifically a Mental Herb or Magic Bounce Trick Room setter, you are in a little bit of trouble here. So you gotta have to kind of change up your strategy a bit. This Tornadus over here has 252 speed, timid, because we want to be able to outspeed other Tornadus so we don't get taunted. At least here it's kind of a speed tie. I've noticed actually we do tend to outspeed most of them, so possibly they aren't fully invested. And because we're more supportive, it is more HP based. I put a little bit in special attack because it was just left over, but my main focus with this Tornadus is support. I want this Tornadus to be supporting our team and helping everyone else sweep. After that, we've got Murderfish, which is exactly the same set that I used about 2 weeks ago. This thing outspeed Regieleki, it under Rain, maybe under Tailwind, but definitely under Rain. I think it's the same thing, actually. Swift Swim doubles, yeah. So it's under Tailwind or Rain. This thing is outspeeding everything except for Choice Scarfers or other Pokemon under Tailwind. It's amazing. Aqua Jet for priority, Last Respects because it's Last Respects and it gets 50 more base power every time a party member faints. This thing has helped me so much while I've been practicing. I can't even tell you guys the amount of times we've faced off against 2 or 3 other Pokemon and Basculegion has just swept. So amazing. Great. We're Terra Ghost, so that thing gets a little bit stronger. Protect, because it's Protect. And Waterfall, because I don't really want to deal with Wave Crash Recoil. I found that most of the time with Basculegion, I'm actually clicking Last Respects. Pretty rarely am I clicking Waterfall. So it's kind of there just when I need that super effective damage. Now, Enamorous over here is kind of an interesting set because we've got Superpower, Springtide Storm, Earth Power, Protect, Leftovers, Contrary. This one is a bit of a mixed attacker. The way it's set up is basically that Earth Power is able to KO Heatran with no investment, but then if we add a little bit more investment, we're able to, I believe, KO, what was it, Chi-Yu? No, that's with attack investment. Oh, no, this investment was just because I had that left over. The speed is so that we outspeed max speed Regieleki under Tailwind. And as long as we had 40 special attack, we OHKO Regieleki with Earth Power, assuming it doesn't have, like, Focus Sash, which they usually do, but we can kind of work around that. We have 100 attack investment because we can OHKO a bulky T-Tar, 2-hit KO Glastier if it has HP investment, and we can OHKO Chi-Yu. Those are kind of the big things we want to be OHKOing or dealing big damage with superpower. And Springtide Storm is just the same thing we did with Tornadus over here. It's spread move, it's Springtide Storm, and it's Fairy Stab. So that's pretty cool. Mainly, I've been noticing that it depends on what team we're facing up against. This can be good. Sometimes it depends a lot on the matchup. But if I can get a couple superpowers off, I've noticed this thing really does do well. We are Terror type Steel for defensive investment. And our other sweeper is over here, Crouching Grandpa. We are using Rapid Strike Urshifu because since we're in rain, Banded Surging Strikes always crits and does more damage because it's in rain. It's amazing. So Banded Surging Strikes is the main thing we want to go for. I've been having a good time with Tailwind U-turn as well. Just if I lead Tailwind, Weather Guy, Tornadus, that's his name. There we go. Tornadus and Urshifu. If I lead with both of those, I set up Tailwind to go for the U-turn, and that does do pretty darn well. Brick Break is there to stop screens, because screens can kind of be a problem for this team. A lot of the sleepers on this team aren't exactly super bulky, so being able to break screens is helpful, and since we're already banded, I think that's probably fine for a fighting stab move. Ice Spinner is there because there actually are a lot of flying types in this format, so Ice Spinner is kind of just there for coverage. 172 speed, I believe, again, was also to outspeed Regieleki under Tailwind. Now, the other Pokemon we've got on this team are Ball Boy and Small Moth. So we're going to start with Small Moth over here. This is kind of a weird Pokemon. You don't really see Small Moth a lot, and I'm not usually bringing it to most matches. This is specifically here because I have a little bit of a problem with Wo-Chien, even though I haven't seen that many of them, and Amoongus. With this team, we do have a little bit of an issue with bulky grass types. So Frosmoth with timid 76 speed will outspeed an Iron Bundle if I can get, I believe, either Tailwind or it was Quiver Dance, one of the two. We're Focus Sash Quiver Dance instead of Assault Vest, so we can get that Quiver Dance off. And then Bug Buzz is going to OHKO Wo-Chien. Ice Beam is going to hit that Amoongus really hard. We can hit a lot of the possible flying types with that Ice Beam as well. And that Ice Scales does really help us deal with special attackers. Mainly because this team is very physical focused, I wanted to have a counter for Wo-Chien. Now that we've kind of started Regulation D, I feel like it might not be as necessary. So if you're picking up this team, maybe you could take out Small Moth. But for now, Small Moth has been pretty darn helpful. And Ball Boy is just essentially a normal Amoongus. This is taken straight from the damage calcs. Normally, this is just here in case I don't actually need Tailwind or Rain. So what I can do instead is I can lead Ball Boy and like Small Moth, or Ball Boy press like Crouching Grandpa. I can go for the Rage Powder, do my U-turn shenanigans, and just basically do good damage. This is here when we don't need Tornadus. But most of the time we're leading Tornadus. It really does depend on the matchup. And having Spore, if there's ever a situation where you're facing like a Trick Room team and they actually get Trick Room off, being able to Spore things does actually help quite a bit. So that is the team. We're going to jump into the battles right now. All right, everybody, we're facing off against Samuel, who's got the Magic Bounce Trick Room. So exactly what I was talking about earlier, we might actually have a little bit of trouble here. So if I'm thinking Magic Bounce Trick Room is actually a huge problem, I see... What if I were able to OHKO it? What, it's Psychic Fairy. I could hit it with Murder Fish. I could hit it with Small Moth. I don't know if I can trust that Murder Fish can kill it without any Last Respects bonuses. Ursaluna is a little bit of an issue. I think what I want to do is I actually do want to lead Ball Boy. Yeah, if I can somehow... maybe not. Oh, this is actually really tough. Okay. Let's go Ursaluna. Let's go Small Moth. Because then, if he does happen to lead... Urshifu instead of Ursaluna. Because if he happens to lead with Ursaluna, I could still hit it. Small Moth, I think, is pretty important here. I do think Murderfish, and I'm gonna do Ball Boy. I think Ball Boy is good. No. I'm Enamorous. An Amorous. Okay, that was a tough one. I really am expecting the Magic Bounce Trick Room. If I don't see Magic Bounce Trick Room, it's gonna be the Audino instead, which is still kind of okay. I should outspeed Audino with Urshifu so I can then do like a U-turn thing, but I'm expecting to see Trick Room get it set up. I can't taunt it. Indeed, Amoongus. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, well I'm glad I let Frosmoth just in case. So here's what we're gonna do. I am actually going to go ahead and go for the Ice Beam on that. Okay, Psychic Seed, I actually don't mind that as much. He's probably going to Rage Powder. I could technically go for the Ice Spinner. Let's see, in the back though, in the back, all of his Pokemon are super weak to Urshifu though. Yeah, we're going to U-turn. We're going to U-turn. And I will go for the Ice Beam. U-turning into probably Amoongus makes the most sense. I do expect we see a Rage Powder here. If not, then we're going to see Fake Out and Spore. But I would definitely expect to see Rage Powder and Trick Room. Although the Terra is interesting. Defensive Terra? Yeah, okay. Interesting. I'm kind of glad that they burned the Terra early, though. That helps me a lot later. So I still get the U-turn off. And it still does good enough damage. And maybe a Bug Buzz next will do a lot. If I bring in my Amoongus here, which I didn't end up bringing. Oops. Right, I switched for Enamorous. Alright, we're gonna go for Enamorous then instead. I think someone's about to get spored. Let's see who gets spored. Ice Beam, it's gonna be able to resist that because it went for the Terra. Energy Ball? Oh! Okay, that's weird. I think I'm really okay with that, actually. That was a great turn for me. Energy Ball? I guess Energy Ball to try to take the Urshifu down, but it would have made more sense to go for Spore, I think. Well, in this scenario, Trick Room's already set up. If I go for the Protect, I give him a turn to just switch in something else, which really I don't want to do. So what I'm going to do is actually, I'm going to superpower the Amoongus slot. Yeah, I think superpower the Amoongus slot makes sense. The arm cannon guy would be a little bit of a problem. I could Protect, but we're going to go ahead and Bug Buzz Indeedee so we can start doing a little bit of damage. Oh, that's fine. Yeah. My opponent might be about to Spore. Yeah, there it is. Okay, that's fine. This is kind of what I expect, but I'm still thinking I need to be able to wear down my opponent, and if I don't give him a turn to switch in for free, then I think we're going to be in a pretty good spot. My opponent's pretty aggressive, though. They're not really making the plays I would expect. So I think my opponent would probably not switch in now, actually. I think they really want a free switch in, which I don't want to give them. But I think that's what's about to happen here. I think he's going to try to Spore. Maybe follow me and Spore. I'm going to Protect just to avoid that and to waste one more turn of his time. Her time? I actually can't tell. I didn't pay attention. Sorry. Alright. Oh, there's the withdrawal. Okay, so my opponent's kind of just acting very different than what I'm expecting. Ursaluna. Okay. Oh, because I went for the Bug Buzz. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. And you're getting the Guts boost immediately. That's a bit of an issue. Okay, how do I want to deal with this? How many turns of Trick Room do I have? If I can bring in Urshifu when Trick Room is done, then I think we're in a good spot. Let's see, it should have been already 2 turns? But yeah, if I can bring in Urshifu or Basculegion after Trick Room is done, then we're going to be in a great spot. So I need to stall just the right amount of time. Yeah, he's got 2 turns left. If I'm him, it makes the most sense to attack the Enamorous right here. With Ursaluna. Am I going to be able to deal with this Amoongus if I Bug Buzz? Yeah, we're doing it. I mean, if Frosmoth goes down, that's not the end of the world. Oh, there we go. Excellent. Nice. We'd love to see that. So, Ursaluna, are you attacking the Enamorous? I think that makes the most sense. Facade, yep. Into Enamorous. Okay, good. So here's the question. He's going to try to Spore again. So, what do I want to have him Spore? I could switch. Actually, whoa, ho, ho. Oh, pro play. We're going to switch in Basculegion. He hasn't seen the Basculegion yet. He's going to go for the Facade. He can't touch Basculegion. And then we hopefully take out Amoongus when that happens. I mean, I'm still going to get Spored doing that. But I think that would be pretty good, actually. I can't Last Resort the Audino, so that's pretty much out. I kind of think Enamorous would be better here, because I can superpower a lot of his Pokemon. But yeah, you know what? We're going to save Enamorous. And Frosmoth is going to go for that Bug Buzz now. Or actually, one more turn left, right? We're going to go for that Trick Room now. Or Quiver Dance now. Like I said in the introduction, I'm actually very sick right now, so my brain may not be saying the right words. I apologize. Or my mouse might not be saying the right words. You can kind of see the example here. Pollen Puff. Okay, that's fine. That does nothing. Yeah! He didn't even Spore! Yes! Oh, this is beautiful. Okay. Okay. This is good. This is really good. Okay. So I should wake up this turn. I think we go for the Last Resort. Specifically because I can definitely see Amoongus going for, like, the Rage Powder here. And switching out to, like, Audino or something. Yeah, because Waterfall into Amoongus would actually do nothing. Do I want to Terra? No, because I want Urshifu later. Maybe I can Terra with Urshifu later. And then I'm again gonna just click that Bug Buzz, I think. We're not gonna Quiver this time. Withdraw into Audino, right? Or Indeedee. Indeedee. They look similar. This is Goth Audino, okay? That is Goth Audino. Last respects. Okay, doesn't do very much. Am I about to be Spored? That would make sense. Frosmoth is still asleep. That's unfortunate. Yep, there's the Spore. Okay. Now the question is, do I let him Trick Room again? If I let him Trick Room again, we might be in a real bad spot. Okay, let's think. I definitely wake up this turn. If I let him Trick Room again, I don't get Spored. But then I have to deal with him being faster. I think I'd rather be Spored, actually. So let's Bug Buzz Indeedee. If he goes for Rage Powder, he goes for Rage Powder, whatever. Okay, he's making the decision for us. That's fine. We'll deal with it as it comes. So, I should wake up now, right, Frosmoth? Yep, okay. So Frosmoth should be able to Bug Buzz, should kill this thing. Yep. And now we're going to see the Trick Room come out. So, we have been asleep with Basculegion for one turn. So we should be asleep for one more turn max. I think I'm going to go for the Protect on the off chance we do get the early wake. Then the other question is, what do we want to do from there? If I Protect Frosmoth, I can stall Trick Room a little bit longer. Maybe we'll get to see what the last Pokemon is. I am curious. I think if I'm them, I bring King Gambit? Hatterene. Oh. Oh, that's very interesting. Okay. Hatterene actually changes my game plan a little bit here. Well, if that's... I mean, I think I'd still go for the Protect either way. But I think now Basculegion actually is in a really good spot. Okay, Helping Hand Dazzling Gleam, probably. I think that would make sense. Yeah, if I can get Bastion Legion to wake up, we might be in a good spot. Let's see. How do we want to deal with this? Dazzling Gleam? Yeah. Cool. How much does that do to Bastion Legion? Hadarene does have a massive special attack set. Too much. That does too much. Okay. If I take out the Ndidi, what are we looking at here? 3 more turns of Trick Room. Don't love that. Alright, we're gonna protect. Let's take out Ndidi. I expect Frosmoth to live this. We are like super bulky and we have ice scales. So I think this will be... Is that the 3-turn sleep? Okay. Well, Bastion Legion dies. That's alright. Wait, how many turns of sleep do you actually have? I thought it was 2. Maybe that was only rest. Time to look up and do some research because that's how we learn stuff. Where's my mouse? There we go. Okay. Let's find out. Pokemon VGC sleep. The sleep clause. Oh. No, that's sleep clause. I'll look it up later. Okay, we're running out of time. So, I mean, if we're looking at these guys, I kind of think an Amorous. I mean, I can go for double protect here. That puts us with 1 turn of Trick Room, right? Yes. Ooh, I like this. Okay. Double protect. Then the next play after that, he's already used his Terra, so we don't have to worry about that. I could Terra Enamorous into Terra Steel. That would then allow me to take this Dazzling Gleam pretty well. Then I can go for the superpower on Ursaluna, hit it 2 times. Ooh, okay. And Ursaluna's doing Facade? Yes. Okay. Yeah, we'll be able to resist Ursaluna if I go for the Terra Steel right now. And that'll be the last turn this person has a Trick Room. And if I double on Ursaluna... Oh. Weirdness disappeared. Not Trick Room. Okay. This is why we have Terra Steel. Okay. And we're gonna go for the Ice Beam as well, just to double onto Ursaluna. Okay, here's the Terra. We're pretty bulky, so we should be able to take the Psychic from this Hadarene. Especially now that we Terra Steeled. Oh, look at that. Look at that Dazzling. Wonderful and Amorous. Let's go, buddy. Psychic under that. We probably take that. Yeah, it's Frosmoth. Frosmoth is unexpectedly bulky. And Facade. Wow, that was way more damage than I expected. Jesus Christ. Well, at least the double was able to kill it. Oh my god. Alright. Well, it's fine. We're fine. Trick Room is gone. There's just this Hadarene now. And we got Surging Strikes Urshifu in the back. We're okay, I think. Maybe. Possibly. Let's see. I should be able to KO this, right? I'm gonna go for Springtide Storm just because it's stab. And we're gonna go for the Bug Buzz. It's only normally effective because it is fairy. Battle is cancelled. Okay. Oh my god. If this somehow lived and set up a Trick Room, we would have been so screwed. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I will see y'all again on Wednesday with another battle with this team. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. And I hope you have a good day, a good week, a good life. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.